Hello friends, I am Krishna Kanjani from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the online lecture series on kinematics and theory of machine. In this session, we will learn chapter number 2, dimensional synthesis. In previous session, we have learned the method of precision point calculation, that is equation which is given by Chebychev. In this session, we will solve one numerical. A 4-bar mechanism is to be designed by using 3 precision points to generate a function of y is equal to x power 1.5, where the range of x varies from 1 to 4. Over here, we have to assume that 30° starting position and 120° finishing position for the input link and 90° starting position to 180° finishing position for the output link. So we have to find the values for x, y, theta and phi corresponding to these 3 precision points. Now we have to calculate values of y and phi. Okay, so now to get different values of y, we have to consider y1 is equal to x1 raised to 1.5. So similarly, by putting different values of x, we can calculate, for example, y1 is equal to x1 raised to 1.5. So over here x1 was 1.2. So by putting that, we can calculate y1. Similarly, y2, y3 we can obtain. Okay, now in this sequence, previous range for x was given to us. Similarly, the value for theta and phi was also given in our calculations, but we have to calculate also the range for y, because what is the value of y starting and y final, that we have to calculate for calculation of phi. Okay, so now over here, if we put value for if we want to calculate y starting, then we have to put x starting power 1.5. so over here x starting is given as 1, so by putting value of 1 we can get y starting, and similar way y final can be obtained by putting x final, that is equal to 4. So in this way we can calculate y starting and y final for this formula. Now to get different values of phi, we have equation phi j is equal to phi starting plus change in phi upon change in y upon into bracket of yj minus ys. So over here range, or we can say range of y, or we can say starting and final difference of ys and yf. So for that value we can use these equations. Okay, so now by calculating these two terms we can calculate delta y, and we have delta phi that is given as 90 and difference of 180 and 90. Okay, so now by putting different values of y we can calculate phi j. So for calculation of phi 1 we have to consider the value of y1, which is 1.316. Similarly, to calculate y2 we have to put value of y2, so that is equal to 3.952. Rest of all the terms will remain as it is, because over here we have to put all other things as it is. So now over here by putting 3.952 we can calculate second value of phi, and similarly for third value we have to put y3 in place of yj. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the numerical of finding precision points, and to calculate precision points we have to use Chebychev spacing equation. So by learning or by remembering the Chebychev spacing equation, you can solve numericals which are in which we have to calculate various precision points. We are going to learn about the Freudenstein Freudenstein equation. Now this equation is simple displacement analysis for 4-bar mechanism. So in this, by using this equation we can do displacement analysis for any 4-bar mechanism. Over here we will derive one general equation that can be used for 4-bar mechanism. Okay, so now how it can be derived. So let's consider a 4-bar mechanism ABCD having length of small a, small b, small c and small d of various link A, B, C, D. Okay, Now the angle of this link is also measured with reference to the horizontal line. So for link A we have to consider angle theta. Similarly for link B we have to consider angle beta, and for link C we have considered symbol phi. Okay, now link D over here is assumed to be horizontal. Okay, now to calculate individual components of each and every link. So over here link A is having link AB is having length A and angle theta. So the horizontal component can be calculated as A cos theta and vertical component as A sin theta. Similarly for link B we can say B cos beta and B sin beta are the horizontal and vertical components. Okay, now for link C it is C cos phi and C sin phi, and link D is horizontal, so it is having a horizontal component of D itself and the vertical component of 0. Okay, now by applying simple rule of sigma x, that's all the components along horizontal line, making total of all these components, and similarly for making total of all the components along y, we can solve this numerical. Okay, so over here by taking sum of all the components along x axis, now over here if we consider component of x. Okay, so now over here taking component along x axis, so for A link it is A cos theta, so first horizontal component is A cos theta. In addition to that for link number B it is B cos beta. Now by adding these two terms, that is A cos theta and B cos beta, by adding these two terms we will get this much distance. Okay, now similarly for C link it is C cos phi. So now for C cos phi we are getting again this equation, and similarly for D link we have to join the whole part. So over here we can say that term 1 plus term 2 minus term 3 minus term 4 will give us the total component along horizontal axis. Okay, so over here we can say A cos theta plus B cos beta minus of C cos phi minus D is equal to 0. Okay, if we will not put minus over here, so in other terms we can also say that by equating these two terms, that is first two terms equation A cos theta plus B cos beta is equal to, we can say, C cos phi plus D. Okay, so in this way we have to simply make addition of all the components along horizontal axis. Now in this equation if we keep only B cos beta over here and rest of all the components on the right hand side, then we can say B cos beta is equal to C cos phi plus D minus A cos theta. Okay, now in this equation if we square on both the sides, then this equation can be written as B square cos square beta is equal to, over here we have to make the total square of whole this box. Okay, so now to make the total square of this box, we have simple equation that A plus B, or if we want to make addition of A plus B plus C whole square, then we can say A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CD can give us the equation. So in similar way we have to C square cos square phi plus D square, over here we can say C square cos square phi plus D square plus 2CD cos phi. Now other term, that is A square cos square theta, now multiplication of these two, that is 2AC cos phi cos theta, and rest, that is 2AD cos theta. Okay, so in this way by applying a simple rule of A plus B plus C whole square, we can calculate or we can derive the square of this A plus B plus C whole square. Okay, now this is your equation number 1. Now next one, similar way we can take sum of all the components along y axis. So now for components along y axis we can say A cos theta plus B sin beta minus c sin phi is equal to 0. How it can be? So simply a cos theta plus b sin beta. Okay, so now if you take addition of these two components, a plus c, so that is your vertical component 1 plus vertical component 2 will be equal to your third vertical component, or you can say minus of c sin phi is equal to 0. Now again, keeping only b sin beta term over here, we can say b sin beta is equal to c sin phi minus, over here minus change will be change with plus, and over here the plus change will be turned into minus a sin theta. So now by squaring on both the sides, we can say b square sin square beta is equal to, now over here the simple equation a plus b, or we can say a minus b whole square. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so by putting that formula, we can derive that equation number 2. Now over here we have to make addition of equation number 1 and equation number 2. So now we have derived the equation number 1, that is for b square cos square beta, and over here the equation number 2, that is for b square sin square beta. So by simply adding both the sides, that is b square cos square plus b square sin, in this equation we are keeping b square, which is a constant term, on outside of this box, so we can simplify this equation. So over here if you consider your equation number 1, okay, so by adding this b square cos square beta plus b square sin square beta, we can derive the final term. Okay, now on a right hand side we can say c square sin square phi and c square cos square phi. So by keeping c square common over here, we can say c square, we can take c square as common, so we can say sin square plus cos square phi. Similarly for d square over here as it is, but for a square sin square theta, a square cos square theta, we can keep a square as a constant term outside and sin square plus cos square. Okay, now rest of all the terms we are putting as it is, and from these two terms, that is 2ac cos phi cos theta, and over here 2ac sin phi sin theta, if we keep 2ac outside, then we can say cos phi cos theta plus sin phi sin theta. Okay, so now in this equation, if we remove all these sin square and cos square terms, so we have b square is equal to c square plus d square plus 2cd cos phi plus minus 2ac into this term minus 2ad cos theta. Now in this equation we are keeping only this minus term equation on one side, and rest of all the terms on opposite side. So over here minus will be converted in easy if we take it to the left hand side, then the equation will be 2ac into bracket the whole term, and we are keeping this we are putting this b squares on the right hand side. So over here a square, over here it will be a square plus a square minus b square plus c square plus d square plus 2cd cos phi minus 2ad cos theta. So now in this equation again, if we divide this 2ac and if we put it in denominator over here, so here we can say that in this equation a square minus b square plus c square plus d square. Now putting 2ac into denominator over here, so this equation will be can be derived in such a way like this, and in this equation 2cd by 2ac, so 2 will be cancel out, 2cd by 2ac, so 2 will be cancelled out, c will be cancelled out here, and you will get d by a cos phi, and similarly over here 2 and a will be cancelled out, and you will get d by c into cos theta. Okay, so in this way we can solve this equation. Now by using the same equation, okay, now in this equation if we consider these whole terms as a constant terms, so we will have d by a, that is your constant number 1 k1, d by c, that is your constant number 2 k2, and the all other terms, that is your constant number k3, because if you are keeping theta and phi as your variables, so over here you will get that this equation in terms of constant. Okay, so now in this equation we can say cos theta minus cos phi, cos of theta minus phi, that is equal to k1 cos phi minus k2 cos theta plus k3. Okay, so now by using this equation you can get various values of this theta and phi, or if you have the values of theta, three values of theta and phi, then you can calculate the values of k1, k2 and k3, and by identifying or by calculating these values of k1, k2 and k3, you can calculate the length of individual link. Okay, so this equation is known as a Freudenstein equation, and it is useful for an analytical expression of displacement analysis in 4-bar mechanism. Okay, so by using this Freudenstein equation you can calculate the length of each and every link in a 4-bar mechanism. Okay, thank you.